One of the wealthiest people I know lost both his business and his place on the rich list a few years ago and had to move from an enormous manor house in the country to a tiny flat in town. And he always says that one of the great lessons he learned from this episode was that whereas in the manor house he had an enormous television, when he moved to the smaller flat he had to get a smaller television, but if he moved his armchair closer to the tiny TV in his new flat, the effect was exactly the same. Now this is one of the tiniest TVs made. It's a 3-inch from Maplin. It's really rather good, but you do have to look very, very closely at it to get the effect of any kind of watchable television. In fact, you almost go cross-eyed kind of looking at the thing. Now, of course, small TVs were once a way of showing how intellectual you were, when those big ones, the size and girth and weight of Pavarotti, were the very sign of naffness. Now, with HD and 3D TV, big panel TVs are back, and I'm very glad about that. But I'm here on an industrial estate outside Reading to visit a company called PSCo, who specialise in huge TVs. And I must warn anybody of a delicate disposition that what you're going to see is really quite shocking, so hang on to your hat. This is a 50-inch Panasonic plasma, and to be honest, it's the smallest TV I'd happily set my armchair in front of these days. But beautiful as it is, it's still a bit kind of 2008, 2009, isn't it? Because just take a look at what's over here. Oh yes, the 103-inch Panasonic plasma. That is one large TV. It's so big it's actually a walk from one end to the other. A thing of absolute beauty. Something like £50,000 in this version, £70,000 in a 3D. But the thing is, this has actually been out for 4 years now. They've sold about 400 of them. There are a couple in the Apple store in Covent Garden. There's one in the training room at Manchester United. It's been around because now there's something even more shocking and extraordinary. Come and see what's in this room. Now this, I think you will have to agree, is a proper TV. It's the biggest television in the world, the Panasonic 152-inch across the screen. So how much does this television set cost? Well, we're talking quite a lot, something like £450,000, plus another 50,000 or so for the installation, delivery, checking whether your house can actually take it. It's not a cheap purchase. And by the way, if you need to move it again, it's something like £5,000 for every few feet. So best to decide where you want to put it before you actually put it there. Ed Martin, you're the Chief Technology Officer of PSCo here.
That's right.
Tell me, how do you feed a beast like this? What kind of input does it need? Can you watch the news on it?
You can put your Skybox into it, certainly, and it's even 3D capable. Yeah. You can feed a regular games platform into it, PC.
Oh, wow. Now, I know enough about TV to know this is not a very small TV. What are some of the challenges of actually getting it into people's houses?
Well, the size of the doorway, obviously.
The doorway.
And the screen itself weighs 600 kilos, but by the time we put that in a flight case or it's on a delivery system, it's going to be about 1.6 tons.
That's street stopping kind of.
It is.
Level,
road closures, cranes,
yeah.
A lot of logistics and health and safety consideration. There's only 3 of these in Europe, and they're built to order. You're looking at a 20-week lead time from placing order.
Okay. So there you have it, the biggest TV in the world, bar none. Funny to think that you could buy 12,000 of these for the price of one of those. But it's a funny thing about this TV, you know, if you buy one, and I really hope you do because it is fantastic, I guarantee you that about 5 years from now, you're going to be looking at it and thinking, you know what, I could do something just a little bit bigger. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this gargantuan jumbo-sized edition of Technopolis TV. Thank you very much for watching.